Hello everyone, nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nub Raids, and in today's video, we are diving back into the Cursed City. It's Cursed City time. Before we go, I did forget this actually in my last video yesterday when we were opening up shards for the 2x primal shards. But actually, when this event ends, so in 18 hours and 5 minutes, there will be a 2 extra sacred shards. So thank you all for leaving comments on that. That was actually good. You know, I might have not been paying attention and actually pulled sacred shards without really realizing, still in very much holiday Christmas mode. So we are saved. So tomorrow we're going to be pulling our sacred shards to finish off this path for Gwendolyn. Speaking of Gwendolyn from Dark Souls, right? I got Elden Ring. I got a PS5 yesterday, so I spent yesterday a few hours in now to Elden Ring, having a good time. So yeah, I need to sit down and properly focus on making a guide for Gwendolyn as well. That's going to be tough, right? Because to actually properly testing her on Hydra, it takes several hours. So I will try to get that done. I hope tomorrow will be the plan, but it's certainly a bit later than I would have liked, unfortunately. There's just sort of no way around it. But yeah, that's sort of where we're at. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for that. I will try get you a proper video on Gwendolyn by then. Right, let's go in. So we should definitely finish off. I think we've got 8 keys and we've got 8 levels missing here. Let's go through Deadrise. Let's try get this done, shall we? So here we go. Let's get in the damage dealers here. Deadrise, how difficult are we talking? We could probably do it with just 2. So let's give it a go. I've been ripping through the Cursed City on normal difficulty as well. Just in the off chance you get a really good piece of, especially Merciless gear. Supersonic to an extent as well. Okay, yeah, this stage should definitely not be too much hassle. But that's what I've been doing, while we've been away, is making sure to use my Cursed City keys every single day, because you cannot skip that many days if you want to finish everything. And normal's been fairly okay. Soul Cross actually seems to be still a little challenging on normal. But the big challenge on normal, no question, was Amius. Amius, the Lunar Archon, right? The final boss. I'll be honest, he didn't seem much harder on hard. He does more damage, right? I think that was the big difference I noticed. Was on hard, it was harder to survive. But on normal, he was no slouch, right? He's no slouch. And I was trying it with this team right here, and I actually messed up a few times. Didn't quite work, so I was pretty slow. Very slow, in fact. But, no one in my clan is doing it insanely quick or insanely well. And we're basically using almost the same teams, if not the same teams, as on hard. So I will say that about normal. It seems, a little tricky, but I've just come through and I've been knocking out all the bosses just to try get as much of that gear as possible. Over here into Soul Cross, it's been sort of, that's as far as I've gotten so far. But I feel like it should be fairly easy to do all of normal for me. That's sort of where we're at with normal, but that's what I've been doing in the meantime. All right, over here we've got Spirit Affinity. Let's just go in with few damage dealers. I think this should be okay. Crit rate in all battles, that seems fine. Let's go. We could use speed in all battles from Calvalax. Yeah, that's sort of the progress here. Let's see, this should be fairly straightforward. He might just one-shot everyone. Oh, almost. And bam, there we go. Spirit Affinity, weak hit, and they're dead. Now we've got the poisons. Tomb Lord should put out some more poisons, and then these guys should hopefully do their AoEs. Yeah, there we go. Wasted one, and he dies from poisons. Poisons doing most of the work. Don't have any cooldowns left for this stage, but again, I think the poisons and they should pretty much one-shot everyone. Yeah, these enemies very squishy. We are on hard, aren't we? I didn't make a mistake and put us on normal. I mean, it's not too big of a deal if it is. We got to do it all anyway, but yeah, let's see. Yeah, no, we're on hard. It's just pretty straightforward. Okay, cool. Let's go into D3. Force Affinity here. Staltus can probably solo this. So I think we might actually do that. Let's have him solo it. Might lose some time if there's Spirit and he weak hits. Staltus is pretty... I actually really want to re-gear Staltus. Staltus, as I have built him right now... Ooh, those bombs actually could kill him in Stone Skin. Staltus, I've got him built to be very slow in double Stone Skin, and I think that's actually really unnecessary. He is extremely tanky. I don't think that it really makes too much sense. Oh, we lose the turn right there. Unfortunate. I don't think it actually makes that much sense to build him in Stone Skin. I'd rather have him in damage gear, but it's just tough. I find it tough. There are so many champions to build in damage gear. I just don't have enough. I'm going to probably farm Savage 3x in the next couple of days pretty hard. Just to get more, to be honest. Like, we got to rebuild Errol with not 1,000,000% crit rate because he doesn't need it. We've got a lot of stuff that needs to be done at some point. Yeah, let's throw these guys in and get a bunch of damage. We've had some very easy requirements on these first few Deadrise stages so far. Unfortunately, they're doing their AoEs. Here we... Oh, no, I mean their single target. Oh, she wastes her AoE. That feels a bit bad. Okay. Oh, not quite a one-shot. There we go. Few extra turns in here. Killian the Lucky, he might do something funny to survive. I'm not sure. No, I think we're good. But yeah, I've also decided, I think it's going to be the better play, rather than going for a potential Trunda today with my Ancient Shards, what I'm actually going to do, because I think it's the progressive chance, yeah, for Trunda today, which would be super cool. But yeah, just I think rather than do that, I've got tons of Ancients. Like, we could make a good dent. I think I'd rather save these and be able to just smack out absolutely no problem the next double legendary event. I think that's going to be just more valuable, right? I think there are so many champions being so useful in Cursed City. I think it's just going to be more valuable to get the maximum amount of legendaries possible. And extra legendary events, double legendary events from Ancient Shards are the best way. I think it's been a while since we had one as well. We had one for Sacreds, and I didn't do that. I tend to not do the ones for Sacreds. Because Sacreds are so important for doing the fusions and stuff like that, but I love them for Ancient Shards, so that is sort of my my plan there. So I'd rather keep a big stockpile, right? The bigger your stockpile, the more flexibility you have to do this stuff. Okay, HP room. This one's got a lot of restrictions. Actually, a ton of restrictions. I don't even have... if I move me over here, I don't even have that many champions. So this gets... Delaja could be really good. Actually, she's going to give you some fairly solid damage. She's got a good passive with other lizard men. I think Timid could probably solo this, but it's going to be slow. There's kind of no way to do this quickly unless I'm missing something obvious. None of these champions really do that much damage. I guess we'll just put in like everyone. Does that even make sense? Or maybe just Timid. He has some AoE damage. HP in dungeons, so that's a pity, right? Guess we'll go like this. We'll try this. This seems like a very, very slow room. I'm curious to see after this what other people used. Probably there's some legendary we missed. Timid, I think, is going to be good. Champfort, he's decent. He's got some AoE damage. And just ensures that we're certainly going to stay alive. Might be a bit overkill, but yeah, Timid's going to rip through this stuff, no problem. Let's see, how hard do you hit? Okay, not very. They really need to buff old, I can't even remember, Hackhorn Smashlord? That's his name, right? He was one of the very, very first legendaries I ever got. It's definitely been power crept, right? He's got a nice, really good heal. He's got a great move, but it does have a 4-turn cooldown, which has definitely been power crept by kind of newer champions that have, cleanse and a big heal on a 3-turn, right? His is a bit long, but it is strong, so it's certainly useful. I'm kind of glad I brought these guys in. Rallying Bellow there. That's a great move. But yeah, his move where he self-harms and does AoE damage, it just doesn't hit hard enough, right? And again, it's got a really long cooldown. Blood Offering. I feel like that could do a lot more. You could really buff Hackhorn quite dramatically. And yeah, I mean, you could buff him tons and he'd be really OP, but you could get him done fairly well. All right, yeah, this is going to be slow and steady. Oh man, Vergis, that's a problem. Like, you could easily get stuck just not having enough damage. This they've got, he could be annoying as well. Raf Matab, he could be kind of a pain. Yeah, because he's putting out the provokes and he's got the block damage. You got Sil reviving. Elder Skarg, he can be a threat. Though probably not at this level. But I mean, we fought some Elder Skargs in Soulcross and they're a really big problem. Big single target damage. Yeah, all right, this wave almost dead, apart from Raf Matab. Yeah, Timid's just crushing it. He's been super useful in a lot of Cursed City stages. Timid the Fool been really, really useful. Again, arguably not necessary, sure, but I found him very helpful, very, very helpful. Have not regretted going for that fusion. It's been pretty great. And he's not even been run with Kaja for most of these stages, but he's still doing the job. Again, this I could see this stage being quite a problem as well. You've got revivers. Uko is always annoying. The monkey is always annoying with his counterattacks and he stuns. This could be definitely a problem stage. Loriaka is going to be giving them quite a lot of turn meter. Yeah, Uko is just a hassle. Yeah, I actually think this wave could mess some people up. This would be one of the, if you're on we're getting through it because we've got a fairly later game account, but if you got an earlier game account, this could be a problem. Timid getting smacked, heals himself up plenty. We're just leaving it full auto for now, but they might come back to their revive, so I'm not sure. Almost have him killed. Don't revive. Does Uko have... No, Uko does not have the revive. Okay, I think we're good. Timot's been stunned. We might have a heal. Nope. We didn't crit with Hackhorn. No point in building him with crit. So the monkey didn't manage to stun him. Okay, there's a heal. He's dead. Timot. Oh, we're so close. Timot gets him. Right, excellent. Yeah, Timot most... Chamford actually did a decent chunk. That's not bad. Timot did most of it. What did other people use there? D12. Oh, okay. Yeah, that would do it. Taris would do it. And yeah, I could see, Karanar would be very strong. Krokmar. Okay, so there are good legendaries. Really good ones. Any epics that are like standing out as good? Like Jareg for keeping you alive? Oh, I guess Basatha. Oh, this could be a place that's worth using Basatha. I've never pulled mine. Double Taris, but yeah, in terms of epics, there's not much. Oh, I was going to say this guy, but no, he's in with double Taris. It's probably just for the aura. So it's this is a room. It's all about Taris. Lucky you can skip it. It's not essential, but it was. I would say that's pretty difficult compared to the other stuff in this place that we've seen. I think these two guys could probably do this all. We'll put in her as well. I think that should rip through just fine. Here we go. Let's see. Here we go. Unfortunately, when you've got the double, instead of doing the right moves, they don't do it. Oh, it's Saoirse. Hey, cool. Instead of one of them opening with Hex, they both do the move that gets boosted by Hex. You're like, guys, what are you doing? So the double Michinaki definitely better if you manual it. But hey, it's still good. Harima actually doing pretty big damage here. Extra turn. Lots of extra hits in. Excellent. Smack, smack, smack. Beautiful. Talia. 6-star Talia has actually been super clutch. I don't know if she's that good without being 6-star. She's actually probably fairly decent for some of these stages, to be honest. Pretty decent, but man, it just shows you, even if she wasn't that strong, which I do think she is, 6-star is insane for nukers. Crushing Rend is so strong. And even having any of these champions, 6-star, honestly, is so strong. It makes a huge difference, but Crushing Rend in particular, I've even seen a lot of people, like, I do think you're going to see more as we go forwards that just regular damage dealers with 6-star Crushing Rend and the Merciless set are going to pull ahead in Hydra. I think that's going to happen probably pretty quick, actually. That's my prediction. I think it's pretty certain to happen, though, that, yeah, you're just going to see a whole bunch of, yeah, just damage dealers and Merciless 6-star Crushing Rend are going to completely eclipse, maybe on even Nightmare Hydra. They might completely eclipse champions like Acrisia. It's possible. It seems nuts, but it's possible. The only thing is Merciless is still really good for champs like Acrisia, right? The extra turns, the cooldown reduction, that's very strong as well. But the gap is going to be so much smaller than it has been. Like, it really is going to be very different. But the 6-star, because again, the Crushing Rend, you can't really up the damage of champions like Acrisia, right? She's already max hitting damage. So any of these sets or blessings or stats, anything that ups power, this could actually, he could be a problem. That could be a problem, the Septimus right there. Because you got a very squishy team here. He could rip through. Like, we're actually kind of close to getting wrecked here, to be honest. This is a little bit of a close one. I think we still make it through. I'm assuming Hefrak's cooldowns are going to be back. Yeah, that one was actually kind of close. Bunch of damage dealers, bunch of energy. Again, you could go and again you could go through Soul Cross to get here, which is what I did before. That's tricky. That could be trying to tricky. Attack. Anything in here. You could always go Terminator Control with a lure. Is a strong option. Zargala is very good. Gorlos is very good. You could run Galek or Elhain in stun sets, and they'd be useful for secret rooms. Okay, 2-hack, very strong. Danag, I do need to build up for Soul Cross, actually. Okay, there's a few options in here. Let's see. Yeah, people are mostly smacking with Legos, though. Yeah, Gorlus makes it in. Any epic showing up here? Wow, he actually sold it in 5 turns with an ethos. Wow, 6-star crushing rend. Yeah, pretty big. Pretty big. Ethos is also, I think, yeah, I think just generally 6-star ethos really surges in values. Short cooldowns, he brings a weaken, he hits hard. Yeah, ethos, he's kind of come back a bit, I feel, with the 6-star stuff. Let's see. Here we go. Talia getting to shine once again. I guess we can bring in a Deacon. I guess we'll bring in a Phoenix. This is epics only, rare and epic, so we have to have a bit more variety here. Let's go in with a good chunk of damage. How about that? That seems good. We could go with increased attack with Mordecai, but actually, you know what? I think we'll bring in Gore Grab just for safety. And, you know, I'm actually going to bring in Judge. 6-star. 6-star. He's a rare. He doesn't have Crushing Rend, but Judge, he's still good with the 6-star. Let's give it a go. Deacon should be very, very strong here. There's the big damage from Judge. Almost finished them off. And bam, we do finish them off. Not so bad. Okay, wave 2. This could actually be a little tricky. Jetney plus Alsgore. That's a little scary. She tried to fear them, didn't work. Oh yeah, we're going to lose some people here. He's going to waste his revive right there. Jetney smacking. She gets an extra turn if she kills somebody, so that could be a little scary. Vala, I don't even know what she fully does, to be honest. Deacon, clutching it. Her being dead is very important. You can get a revive with Altan. If Altan kills somebody, they'll get a revive. And they've got block damage on everyone for 2 turns. That's a bit awkward. In fact, it's very awkward. This stage, again, is a little tricky. We are doing it full auto, but still. I'm curious what's going to happen. So here we can make a bit of a dent, but Altan might revive someone, which could get bad. Speaking of, there we go. We get our revive. Their block damage has fallen off. Alsgore could be a little sketchy here if he's got short cooldowns. There we go. Another one dead. That's a revive dead, so now we're safe. Okay, great. And he's dead. He's almost dead. Excellent. Smack. Oh, she's wasted her AoE. No! No! Don't waste the AoE. Decreased defense is in. Smack. Counterattack should be pretty clutch. Getting leech on him is actually going to be quite useful as well. Block buffs is out. Phoenix is back up. I'm probably going to die. Missed the increased attack on Talia, but she takes one down anyway. This 6-star Talia, that's so many stages that she's been really useful on. It's kind of crazy. I would never, ever have thought. Like I said, I really considered just selling her, right? Just selling that 6-star. I said, when am I ever going to use that? I never would have thought we would get this much use out of her. And she's been fantastic for so much of the Cursed City. There you go. Talia. Judge actually did the most damage, though. 6-star Judge. He's not in crazy gear. Let me actually show you Judge. Judge he's great. You could run him in stun set as well. Fast stun set. I have him run just in sort of whatever for damage. He's in a instinct set, actually. Instinct, he's got accuracy set. Just epic pieces rare. I think he's got crit rate gloves, maybe. Yeah, he's got crit rate gloves with double speed, which is quite nice, actually. Yeah, he's coming in. Like, he's good speed. You know, 198% crit damage, 4-5 attack. He's got really high base attack, so it's not that hard. He's got good base speed. Accuracy is 200. You know, he's just beast mode. His masteries aren't even done, right? Not even done. And he's crushing it. And the dog is barking. One sec. All right. Well, there you go, folks. We have finished Deadrise. Deadrise, actually, it's the first zone actually I've fully finished, believe it or not, because we still have a couple in Cobble Market that I've never done. We'll probably finish those off. And we've got how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, that could be our next video, finishing off all of Cobble Market and all of Playcomb. And then we'll have done all of these stages on hard. And then it's just a case of Soul Cross. Like I said, stage 12, I think, is doable. It's going to be difficult. Spirit and Defense. It's actually going to be very difficult. But I think probably with these three, we can do it. We could probably build up Masamoto. If I was super stuck, we could build a second Ragash. I think Ragash is going to hard carry the stage. AoE stun, AoE decrease defense. Ragash is going to, and defense in all battles aura. I feel like he is almost mandatory. You can actually, there you go. Someone in my clan did it with just Ragash and Steel Skull. Actually, a couple of people. So yeah, outside of that, it gets pretty hard. Like if we look at global, this is going to be all Ragash. Like there's surely nobody else that could do this better, right? Than just Ragash Steel Skull. Oh my god, it's all Ragash. Ragash Steel Skull. Can I get, okay. Actually, almost exactly what I was saying. Some Kyoku's in there as well. Loriaka would help. I skipped that fusion, but she would obviously help. But yeah, I think that one's going to be doable. S12, some brews, fine. It's not too important. Like in terms of quests, we have to beat every stage and clear the Awaken stage. But the bigger problem is actually getting over to this side of the map. S20, I think that's going to be very difficult. Perhaps we can do something with Danag in there, but that's going to be super hard. S18, we tried that one. That's extremely hard. S14 is probably our best shot. And still, that's going to be, again, extremely difficult. Only 3 people in my clan. Oh, man. How many have beaten S20? No one in my clan. S18? Anyone? Oh, never mind. Okay, S18 maybe is the way to go. 7 people have done that. Triple Basilisk. They all nearly... okay, every single person is Fushan. I don't have a Fushan. I think he's AoE stuns. Fushan Razin. You've got lots of AoE stuns, lots of control. We can maybe make this work, though. We might need to rebuild some stun sets. Actually, maybe S18 is the one to hit. Problem, though, then you get to S19. Actually, more than one person in the world. We now have 18 people in the world have beaten this stage, but that needs double Morag. Like, we get through S18, we're stuck on S19, we can't go anywhere. We need to do either one of these two. S21 is going to block us. That looks fairly easy, though. Like, I think we can do it with just this team. It's just, this team can 100% smash it. That's just purely a matter of gear, so that's easy enough. And then we could get to both bosses. It's the question of, if we get through S14, could we beat this double boss? And then I think we can beat S21. And then it's the final Awaken stage. We do have fairly high Awakening stars on a few people. Can we bring in a Seer? Okay, yeah, this should be pretty doable as well. I think 21, like, that's a fairly solid team. Yeah, I mean, we can even bring in Bambus if I wanted. I think we can quite probably beat S24 too. So we could do that. We could maybe get another 15 candles, but the last 40, there's pretty much no shot. Anyway, look, that's how we're looking for the Cursed City. Thank you for watching, everyone. Yeah, simple enough. I'll see you tomorrow for some Sacred Shards. Clan Boss has been very nice. I think I've got Sacred Shards several times over the last few days. It's been lovely. We're up to 25. That's going to make it a lot less painful to come through with this deck of Fate. And I've already flipped another couple cards just from Dungeon Divers. I will say, we also, just to mention, trying to cover everything here, because I'm only doing sort of one video a day at the moment. I know it's a lot to squeeze in. There is the Torment Champion training. You can get 1 star for Torment. Then you can get 2 and 3, even a 4-star. I do think the 4-star is pretty massive. The 3-star is nice. Probably you're running Polymorph on Torment. I think 2-star is pretty big. 3-star is nice, but not game-changing. 2-star is nice for the extra defense. The 1-star is good, especially if you're going to run him with Fearsome Presence, up the Polymorph chance. And then obviously 4-star is really good. I do use Torment a lot, but I just don't really want to grind super hard over Christmas. going hard for that 4-star. Yeah, maybe, but it's just a bit too much for me. So that's something I'm not going to do, unfortunately. I have him 2-star already, but it's a lot of work to get him up to 4-star. But yeah, I feel like at least right now, the defensive nukers don't scale insanely well past 2-star. So you get more polymorph chance, which is nice, but you know, you're not getting any more offensive stats out of it. You get some speed at 6-star, but it's not like at 4-star with an attack nuker, you get attack and crit damage, and that makes a big difference. You don't really get that. I'm going to be focusing on just grinding out the Ice Golem, get that done, turn attack for Ice Golem, lovely. And then probably mostly looking at... yeah, we still have 2 days of this. It's going to be kind of close, actually, for Fire Knight. We got... sort of 2... Yeah, okay. It's going to be a little close for Fire Knight. We'll have like 1 day of farming Fire Knight Savage. So probably just try to run that as much as I can on that day. Guys, there we go. That's what's happening. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you and goodbye.